Okay, so typically for those that are new, which we have quite a few new people here, you know, I'll put everyone through a test, which we do that like 3 to 4 times a year, and you have to go over a series of techniques and demonstrate those and show me that you know the steps, because there's a difference between, yeah, man, you can roll and you're pretty good and you can tap people, and it's like, hey, if I ask you, how do you set up a triangle, how do you set up an arm bar, how do you set up an omoplata, how do you escape, you know, sit-up sweeps, back sweeps, scissor sweeps, and I just name off all these things, and then you don't know how to do them, you know, you're not being held accountable for certain techniques. Yeah, you're good at jiu-jitsu, but you're not technical. You can't explain things to other people, and that's how jiu-jitsu gets passed on, is by you being able to translate certain techniques and moves from one person to the next. Whenever they have a question, you can be able to answer that to certain people. So I hold people here accountable to that. But in certain cases, like some tournaments and stuff like that, you'll have guys, girls, ladies that will go out and compete, do really, really well. We normally do it after the Dallas Open. We'll have big promotions. And then you have ones like today where you have a student that comes in, normally does a 6 a.m. class, don't really see them at night, been training for a very long time, has gone through a lot of injuries. Can somebody go kill that clock for me real quick? And it takes a lot to continue training. It's the other one. To continue your training when you have to deal with certain injuries, because you just sometimes feel like, well, if I keep training or if I keep doing this, maybe I get hurt, and you just want to stop. But then I have students that will push through that, and you still see them show up and still see them here trying and putting forth all the effort. So tonight I want to make sure that, because it's really like long overdue, I want to give Mr. Roger his blue belt. Mr. Roger, come on up, please. Everyone give Mr. Roger. Like I said, training a long time. He's just telling me it's like been 4 years of jiu-jitsu. Well, I'll let him tell his story just like I do everyone else. But again, traditional 6 a.m. guy, and then tonight he's here training, and I want to make sure I take advantage of this opportunity. So. I'll let you share with everyone, because a lot of people here don't know you because they train in the evening. So, you know, how'd you get started? What brought you to jiu-jitsu?
I wanted to get back in shape and start getting my health back. And I used to be a wrestler. And I decided I was going to try jiu-jitsu out. So I found my way to Alvarez BJJ, and I decided, because I work and raise a family, I wanted to come to the 6 a.m. classes. At that time, Mr. Scheffler was teaching it. And so I came in, did the trial period, and decided this is something I wanted to do. Well, I'm rolling for a while, getting better, working on it. Rennie and Scheffler are training me up a little bit and helping me, trying to transition me from wanting to wrestle all the time to doing jiu-jitsu and getting technique as opposed to me trying to smash everybody. So they worked with me, and then I was more and more, I just got to grinding, and I got where I couldn't use my left arm. It just got numb, and I go to see Dr. Meister. I did a lot of research on who the best surgeons are, and this man is the Texas Rangers surgeon. So I go over and see him, and he's a sports medicine. I talked to another doctor before that, and he said, yeah, I would definitely recommend you give up jiu-jitsu, but we're going to have to do surgery because you only have a couple of fibers holding that together. It's gone. There's nothing. It's not going to heal itself. I didn't like what he said to me. So I met Dr. Meister, and he says, I don't care how old you are, you tear it up, I can put you back together and put you back on the mat. That's what he told me. So we did the surgery. What happens with rotator cuff surgeries, they tie your arm to your body and it stays there for about 2 months. And then you go through physical therapy. You learn to use your arm again, learn to drink. It's something that you take simple, just taking a drink of water. You can't do that after you've had surgery. So it took me a year to learn to use my arm again. And from the day I had the surgery, about a year, it took me about a year to come back in here. And then I was just, cautious and all that, but I would do that. Well, I decided, I got a couple friends in here. Y'all know Cooper? Okay. I have a couple friends in here, and we were talking about maybe me doing a tournament. So I started training, started trying to get my cardio better, started training harder and stuff like that. And then one morning we were shooting takedowns, and I shot a low single on somebody and landed wrong. I tore my rotator cuff and my labrum. My fault. That one was bad. Well, I go to see Dr. Meister again. We do the x-ray, and he says, "Oh, you're back." Well, I'll tell you what, I'll fix it. I said, I want to go roll again. I said, I told a buddy I'd go do a tournament with him. I want you to fix this. This time, they had to cut my bicep off and then reattach it somewhere else. So it was much longer on that one. Now, this arm's done. It's fixed, right? I can do 50 push-ups just like all of y'all can. It took me a whole nother year. So after I got through that, all I kept thinking is I'm going to get back on that mat. That's what got me through, because it was a long year of not being able to use that arm, keeping it tight here. And if you're right-handed, that's a whole different issue. Well, I can use that arm now. I can use that arm. I can arm bar you. I can take an arm bar with it. I can shoot. I can do this. I can do push-ups and all that. And so just because you get a little injury doesn't mean you don't get to come back and do jiu-jitsu. So here I am, and Coach, I appreciate you doing this for me. I really do.
Yeah, no, I've seen him just keep fighting to come back. And that's why this is, certain people I have to do a special promotion like this, because it's like, hey, look, I can't wait for a special weekend and we do, look, this guy's been here for a long time. He's been through a lot. He's a D1 wrestler. How old are you, if you don't mind?
I'm 49.
49. I heard a lot of people tell me, man, I'm too old. My body's all beat up. I can't do this. I got 30-year-olds telling me that. This guy's 49 and he's still in here. And because you just love the workout, the training. What else?
And the camaraderie. You got a little family, and if you're a family here, no matter where you go in the world, the cool thing about jiu-jitsu, I can catch a plane and land somewhere in France and say, I roll at Alvarez in Arlington, and they'll welcome you just like we do here. You got family no matter where you go. If you need a couch or something like that, that's the cool thing about jiu-jitsu.
Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Man, big round of applause for Mr. Ross. All right, so let's help him break that new belt in. All right, let's do it. Okay.